It's late afternoon as I write this, and we still have one patrol to go. This week we learned that Immelmann is not the only great German pilot out of the air. According to the papers, the Kaiser has assigned Bölker to a training tour of Turkey. Guess Germany couldn't afford to lose two greats. Still, I wonder how the Luftstreitkraft can function without its renowned leaders. Coming out of the clouds with our engines at idle, my partner and I had the clear advantage as we snuck up on two monos. I pulled my throttle forward and prepared to open fire on the iron cross rudders. I'm glad the weather is improving. Spring has at last turned into summer, so we don't have to worry about the cold for a while. What we do have to worry about is the Somme offensive, which from all I can tell isn't going too smoothly. We also have to worry about the incessant enemy supply trains. At midday, we're going to bomb the line northeast of Nomini. There wasn't any time to enjoy Nomini's green hills and flowering pastures. The train we'd targeted was swiftly slipping out of range. We needed to level it quickly and efficiently. The Battle of the Somme is becoming more heated. British and French troops are now advancing between Delville Wood and the river. I can't imagine it'll be long before we're called up. Later today, 2 of us are escorting a bomber deep into enemy territory near beach. We're not to return until the bomber has an unobstructed route. Could be rough. As 2 Fokkers emerged from the fog below us, my partner and I knew we'd face more at beach than mere babysitting. The enemy didn't just want our ward, they wanted us in their trophy case. The geniuses at HQ sent us a beauty for today. We're supposed to strafe a munitions train near Metz. Bombs are in short supply, so we'll have to do it with bullets. Great. They run out of bombs, but want a bombing mission, so they send us anyway. Guess it's pretty easy to strafe a train from behind a desk. Pencil pushers really get on my nerves. Whoever came up with this idea of strafing trains should be court-martialed. Bullets bounce off trains. It was going to take a lot of hits to get this one off the tracks. Didn't mean to sound bitter in yesterday's entry. Guess I was a bit tired. Even more tired than usual. Hardly slept at all last night. Thinking a lot about home. Wishing I were behind the wheel of Dad's Model T instead of going up daily in these death crates. Anyway, our new bombs arrived thanks to General Trenchard, and we have orders to make use of them on the Metz aerodrome. Sighting the oft-bludgeoned aerodrome, I readied my parcels for special delivery. With the fall of this base, the territory underfoot would soon be in the bag. skies have been almost silent. Belka is back from Turkey and quietly reorganizing the Luftstreitkräfte to counter our offensive on the Somme. No contact with the Hun for days. Eerie. We're scheduled today for one of our last patrols over Verdun. I don't want to face the Colonel without a victory. As we approached the war-torn fortress city, we were saddened to see our battered men still dug into their positions. The three of us split up as a single attacker tried to add our hides to the landscape. Farah has been preoccupied, and I'm sure there's something weighing on his mind. If I were a gambling man, and I don't know a pilot who isn't, I bet it has to do with the runner who brought today's orders. He'd just come from the Somme, his shredded uniform a blood-soaked sponge. Like good soldiers, we're waiting to be called there as we continue to obediently patrol Metz. The Solfokker in front of us wasn't much of a reason for being here. Since there was 4 of us and 1 of him, we were obliged not to fire. Yet I had a funny feeling he wasn't alone. Farah is chewing through a lot of cigars these days. We seldom see his face without a helmet of dark brown smoke. Last night at dinner the stench nearly made me sick. According to our latest orders, there's an old stone bridge at Metz that the Germans have heavily barricaded as a crossing point for supplies to the front. This morning we're off to bomb it. No one but a pilot knows how good it feels. This morning's missions upon the train station at Sarreburg will mark our final foray in this sector. Farah has given the word that we're packing it in and heading to the Somme, to a new aerodrome near the town of Amiens. Will I miss our tidy little bastion here at Luxeuil? No more than a fox misses his den after it's been ravaged by hounds. Au revoir, Verdun. Spotting the Sarreburg train station, I knew that HQ was using our leverage to cut off the transport of German troops. Bombing it was key to opening the lines so we could move to new terrain. Christ. Farah is some kind of slave driver. Kept us up all night pitching camp at Amiens after a 5-day base move, half of it marching through rain and mud. I certainly don't envy the trench rats. Patrolling over the Somme for the first time today. Farah has instructions to let our presence be known here. If we bring down a Fokker or two, that ought to do the job. Outnumbered by one, we spotted a recently commissioned Albatross along with a trio of Eindeckers. The time was right to see how Germany's new biplane would fight. Big headlines in the newspaper. Romania has declared war on Austria-Hungary. Then Italy declared war on Germany, and Germany declared war on Romania. Nice of the Italians to join us. Meanwhile, we're off to strafe the Somme trenches. Not sure how this kind of mission is supposed to go, but I'm about to get some on-the-job training. Flying low on the horizon, I got my first good look at the putrid trenches from above. Seeing the hordes under siege in their mud prison, I gave thanks for it. Got my first letter from home today. The post certainly takes its time. Mother says she hopes I'll be home for Christmas. While that's still a long way off, I have serious doubts. Maybe Christmas 1917. Our nosy neighbours across the line are now keeping a steady stream of balloons looking over the Somme from St. Quentin. We're going to make sure they come down ahead of schedule. The misty banks of the Somme came into view with a duo of plump eavesdroppers. Also in view were two ravenous Eindeckers below them. I wasn't in any mood to help their pilots earn the blue max.